In this video, I'm going to talk about SummerSlam. Well, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, but yeah, this is going to be a video that's just purely made on the Night 2 main event, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, number 2. The match that we should have gotten at WrestleMania 41. Yeah, you're gonna hear that a lot from me today. Now, let me state this, and fans that watch SummerSlam will know exactly why I'm going to say this. In this video, we are talking about purely wrestling. When I say purely wrestling, that means anything outside of wrestling we are not talking about. I fully understand the situation. We are sticking to purely wrestling, please. So John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Let's talk about that before the other thing first. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Holy crap, what a match. Both of them take a bow, please, because that was, dude. So the SmackDown before, I was on the side of, I think, the majority of people, where everyone was like, oh, John Cena's just faking his babyface turn and he's going to low blow Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Except this time, Cody Rhodes is going to see it and he's going to capitalize off of it. There was the other half that I did acknowledge that Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel and or align himself with The Rock afterwards. I didn't think the Rock part was going to happen. I did think it was definitely a possibility Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel. But lo and behold, it turned out John Cena's babyface turn was actually legitimate. So I'm super cool with that. Dude, you don't understand how happy I am. I got to see good John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Like, dude, I was so happy watching that match because I'm like, dude, John Cena was... See, I started watching wrestling in 2011. Whoa, hey. I found the picture. I'll toss the clip. I'm going to go grab the picture, but I'm going to toss the clip right now. And then... my childhood guy. I'll throw the picture on the screen if I can find it. Look at that. Look at... I'm about 5 years old right there. Was a physical picture. I didn't know that. So the other day... we're cleaning our basement, obviously. And I find this just laying on the ground. Just casually. So here it is. You guys ready? October 27th, 2011. Hang on to that. Absolute stud. Oh my goodness. I've been watching wrestling since 2011. Essentially 2012. Dude. You have no idea. And by the way, Cody Rhodes is like my new John Cena. That's pretty much on, like, in the stance of like me liking him as my favorite wrestler. Cody Rhodes is like my new John Cena. So you could imagine how happy I was to watch babyface John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Dude, the match they had was freaking phenomenal. Like, John Cena, for being like, I think like 46 or like 47, I think. Dude, for him to put on the match that he did, they had an absolute, as people like to say, barn burner in terms of what a phenomenal match. By the way, finishers don't mean squat anymore. Like, it was such just a finisher kick out fest. I think they both hit each other with, at minimum, like 5 or 6 of each other's finishers. Like, and they just kicked out of all of them. Like, I love how at the end, and even WWE's acknowledged this too, at the end, we got the passing of the torch moment. We got John Cena handing over the championship to Cody Rhodes, and then Cena raising his hand. Like I said, even WWE acknowledged it in their new, they just posted a video like a couple hours ago. Top 25 SummerSlam moments. They called it the passing of the torch. It is John Cena now saying, you are going to be the one to carry this generation as being the generational good guy. Like I said, for me, Cody Rhodes is who brought me back into wrestling. I watched, I think, like literally 0% of the Thunderdome era while it was happening. I watched 0% of that. Not wrestling, not Raw, not NXT, not even like AEW. Like I said, I don't remember why I stopped watching wrestling. I think, just simply put, I just stopped for whatever reason. I don't remember why. But I stopped watching around like late, like 2019. And then I picked it back up in like early to mid 2021. So I missed the start of like Roman Reigns' reign as undisputed champion. I missed Cody Rhodes' actual return to wrestling, to WWE. Dude, I remember the first PLE I remember watching. I don't remember if this was 22 or this was 21. No, it was, oh my gosh, what was it? It was 2021 SummerSlam. I think that was, no. It was, the first PLE I remember watching was Money in the Bank of 2021, Roman Reigns versus Edge for the WWE Championship. And then after, John Cena returned. Funny thing about that is after Roman won that match, I was so fed up with it, dude. I turned the TV off and I missed the entirety of like John Cena's return. I literally found out on Twitter like while it was happening, and I was like, oh crap, I need to turn the TV back on. So then yeah, I watched John Cena return, and then the one I really remember was SummerSlam of 2021, John Cena versus Roman Reigns, with Brock Lesnar returning at the end, because I remember that. I remember sitting there like this, and then, yeah, dude, like. It was Cody Rhodes that got me back into wrestling, because I think during that time, Cody Rhodes, that was during the time I think Cody Rhodes tore his pec. I think that is how that works. Yeah, because because Hell in a Cell was before that. Was before Money in the Bank, I do believe. Hell in a Cell was before Money in the Bank, because I don't remember watching Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes Hell in a Cell live. So I do believe Hell in a Cell was before Money in the Bank. Because Cody Rhodes, like, seeing his whole thing about, holy crap, Cody Rhodes came back and now he's like a major star. He was the dude that essentially, or not essentially, but helped jumpstart AEW, the rival company, and now came back to the original company. And now he's like a really big star. Like, that got me back into watching wrestling. You can imagine how excited I was. Back to the original point of this entire video. You can imagine how excited I was to see that Cody Rhodes, who got me back into wrestling, to take on good guy John Cena, the guy who got me, who ignited that love that I have for wrestling in John Cena. Yeah, they had an absolutely phenomenal match. It was definitely a, hey, we're sorry for WrestleMania 41. Please accept this in return and do. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Because me and my dad, we watch wrestling every Monday, every Friday, and every PLE. Me and my dad watch wrestling all the time. We were sitting there and we were watching night one of SummerSlam whenever Seth Rollins cashed in on CM Punk. Dude, I told my dad, one of my first thoughts of whenever that happened was, thank goodness the entirety of John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, we don't got to worry about a cash-in. I was so happy. I was honestly, dude, I was so happy to see CM Punk as champion again. At the same time, I was really excited because I know Cody wasn't going to get cashed in on. I was so happy seeing Cena come out with the stupid black entrance and bland entrance, and then it transitioned into like his normal entrance. Oh, just hit the mic, sorry about that. And then it transitioned into his normal entrance. Like, dude, I was so unbelievably happy watching that, because it was like I got to watch John Cena, like John Cena as champion again, not the stupid heel bullcrap that I had months back. All right, let's move on to the next big thing. No pun intended. Yeah, Brock Lesnar's back. What? Like I said, we're keeping this strictly wrestling. I don't deal with controversies on my channel. We keep that out of everything. We keep politics. We keep controversies, all that crap aside. Unless it's like actually like awful. Like it's like if VKM returned to wrestling. Okay, then we'd probably have an issue. We are keeping controversies, politics, all that crap. We are keeping all of that out of wrestling, or just this channel in general. We are talking just purely wrestling, just purely the wrestler, Brock Lesnar. Let's move on. So Cena's walking out. He's doing that. He's taking a bow. He's like doing that. He turns around, and now I'm anticipating something to happen, right? Like I'm waiting for something, because as soon as his music stopped, I was like, okay, something's about to go down. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm like, I was genuinely thinking, I'm like, okay, is The Rock coming out? Like, obviously not. The Rock sucks. So Cena's doing that. He's like taking a bow, and at that moment, I got desensitized for a second. I was like, oh, they're just giving John Cena his flowers. They're like, hey, we finally got good guy John back. You know what I mean? It's like we're so happy John Cena's here. It's his final SummerSlam. Let's give him a round of applause, and I did. So John Cena turns around, starts walking. He's like, man, I'm so excited. This was, and you could ask my brothers this, because it was me and my dad, and then my brothers actually came out and started watching the end of SummerSlam with us. My brothers can attest to this. This was exactly my face during the entirety of that segment. I was like this. That was probably the most genuinely shocked I've been watching wrestling in a really good amount of time. Like, I honestly, I wasn't even this shocked for whenever John Cena beat Cody at WrestleMania. Like, I was honestly, during that match, I was sitting there just like this. Whenever 1, 2, 3, I was like, the last time, seriously, I was like that shocked was whenever Roman beat Cody at WrestleMania 39. That was probably the last time I had been that shocked. Either that, or let's just move all the freaking way back to whenever Brock returned to SummerSlam of 2021. That was, like, I was genuinely just sitting there, I wasn't doing this, I was like, the amount of new matches that we get to see Brock freaking Lesnar in. We're finally going to get Brock versus Gunther. Brock versus Obafemi. Brock versus Jacob Fatu. Like, I've already seen people make lists of it, and it's like, oh, dude. I will say, though, if we do get it, Clash of the Castle, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, I am putting my vote in. I want John Cena to win that match. Mainly just because I'm like, look, I really don't like to let Twitter, like, influence how I view things. Like, I don't really like to let Twitter influence that. But just for John Cena's retirement tour sake, dude, you can't have John Cena just turn back to being a good guy just for him to lose his next match. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you have John Cena beat Brock at Clash of the Castle if that is the way that you do it. If Cody Rhodes can just hold on to this title until January of 2025, I am completely okay. I do not want some crap to happen where at freaking Saturday Night's main event in December, which is like John Cena's last ever like PLE appearance, John Cena turns heel again and wins back the title. Because I remember John Cena said he wants to win 17 so he can shake the hand of the man who wins 18. You're telling me they're not going to want to do something stupid like where John Cena just freaking shakes his own hand? All in all, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, a phenomenal match. Brock Lesnar's return was just a genuine what is happening moment. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens tonight on Monday Night Raw. I will say that. I am very excited to see what happens. I think the draft is supposed to be starting soon. I don't know if that's either this week or next week, I do believe, is when the draft starts. Yeah, either way, dude. I'm very excited to see what happens tonight on Monday Night Raw. Anyways, yeah. If you guys did enjoy this video and you do want to see more of my reactions to WWE stuff that's happening, leave a thumbs up. If you're not part of the family already, subscribe. We'd love to have you around here. Click the bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Share this video with your friends and family. And yes, guys, have a great day. God bless. I love y'all. Peace.